All right, so we got JWrecks in the house, man.
What's up?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I met you, bro. Like it was Modelo Mondays, if I can tell the story, man. It's
Go
Modelo
for it.
Mondays, where I got a chance to meet you and watch you get down. And it was eye-opening to be to be honest, because Miklo was like, yo, I got JWrecks coming through. He plays funk. I'm like, who is this guy? And he shows up, and you know what caught my attention right off the top was like he started scratching, like just like to like intro stuff, and I'm like, uh-oh. And pretty much the whole set, man, like fucking solid. Like a lot of tracks that I'd never heard before, which is always cool. Like I always love hearing other people's, point of view when it comes to, tracks. And so just hearing you do your thing, man, I was really impressed. And we wanted to get you in originally doing some funk, but it turned out that the other day when I seen you at an event, we were kind of got into it talking, and you're like, dude, I collect 90s, R&B and R&B tracks. I was like, what? And I do too. So that's like my thing, like 90s R&B. So we kind of put this show together for Saturday, along with who your friend is, OmarGod, as well,
Yeah.
which is a huge name in like the community of vinyl. So I appreciate that he's down to do that, and you mentioning that we're going to do that. So, dude, welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Let me kind of just set this up real quick here, just so I can tag you. So when did you start like collecting, man? Like when did this all journey begin for you?
Fuck. I started collecting at a young age, and this was during like the Buffalo Gals, Malcolm McLaren days. I got that record when it first came out.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been collecting for a minute, man. So yeah.
What so when you start hearing records like that, and it's just like, do I just want a piece of this? Like I want to just play it in my room, or was it always like one day I want to get on stage and jam this out?
Well, growing up, I have a lot of family that are DJs too, right?
Okay.
Like older cousins. So at my house, well, my parents' house, when I was young, my sisters, they used to be able to, my parents let them throw parties at the house, right? And they always had a DJ, which was one of my cousins, you know. And I was young, man. I was little, just standing behind them, just watching them, you know what I mean? And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to do this. I really want to do this. And one of my uncles, he got married, and his wife really didn't want him using it, DJing anymore. So he seen I was into it, I was interested in it, and he gave me his equipment.
What?
So when I first started, I started off with, they weren't 1200s, but they were Techniques. It was a Gemini mixer. It was a cheap MTX speaker box with a 15 in it. So that's what I started with, and a Marantz amplifier. But he gave me 4 crates of records, and that was my start.
Dang.
So
That's really cool, man. Like, I think that's like kind of like there's always like a family member or a friend that kind of is doing it and get someone into it. So that's really cool. I always like to
yeah,
hear like how you got into it, and that's always a really cool thing. And it's always fun to sit behind. I always like sitting like on stage or like behind the DJ, because I always like to see everybody's face. Like when he dropped that track, I was like, oh, like I love that song.
yeah,
Um,
that's a good feeling.
Yes. What type of records was he giving you? Like hip hop stuff or like
um,
disco?
then the records I got from him, some were old school, like
Mhm.
some funk, but more like commercial old school, a lot of high energy, a lot of disco, 70s, 80s disco, um, some rap, not a whole lot, some freestyle, stuff like that.
Dang. And that disco, man, I love playing like that disco. It's so cheesy,
Yeah,
but it gets people just pumped. Like
yeah,
people just go
I
crazy.
love playing that. I love playing. I mean, I collect um, not just one genre. I mean, I got a lot of different shit, but yeah, it's I don't like just hearing or playing one type of music. That's why I really wanted to do this 90s thing. this 90s R&B thing, because I have a lot and I don't even get to play them. Well, not that I don't get to play them, but I play them at home, but I don't play them out, you know, the bars, the clubs, or anything like that. So.
No, I know what you mean. Like I'm the same way. Like I collect it because I just love that sound. Like it's like that Saturday morning, like you wake up, it's kind of gloomy outside, like that 90s R&B, and that's what I love to collect. And then yeah, I've only seen like one person like bust it out like at a soul show, and people were like, "What the fuck?" It was like some chick. I gotta find that girl because I can't remember who it was. But I seen her playing like some of that slow jam stuff, and people were like, "Whoa!" But yeah, like when you said that, when I was talking about that, and you're like, "Yeah, I collect that too," I was like, "Oh, bro, like this is like a dream come true right here." Because I've been looking for someone that's just like down to do it, because no one really has it. And what I've kind of found out is there's really not. Maybe there is, but there really isn't a lot of it. Or am I tripping? I don't know.
There's quite a bit. There's quite a bit.
Okay, but but it's like because everything was kind of like flipping from like at that time, like in the like mid '90s, everything was flipping from like vinyl to like CD.
Yeah.
So it is kind of pricey. I remember like I bought like a Jill Scott at this record spot, and the dude was telling me that he's like, "Bro, like you're getting into like a can of worms right now. Like it's very hard to find some of this '90s stuff because it's kind of like that, you know, it's expensive. But it's not as pricey as like, you know, the soul and the funk and all that. But yeah, I have about a good crate, a good healthy crate of the '90s stuff. How much are we talking here? What are we bringing in the Brinks truck, bro? When you come on Saturday?
Probably just a couple of boxes, because whatever you're gonna be playing, I don't want to have something, you know, set up and you already played it, or Omar plays it, or you know what I mean. So I want to have a nice variety to choose from.
That's what I'm worried about right now, bro. When you dropped OmarGod showing up on Saturday, I was like, oh fuck, like now it's like the pressure's off.
Man, I mean, I've seen his collection. Oh man, he got some shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what like I'm excited for that, because there's like, man, I'll dig on like YouTube. I'm like, dude, all right, do I remember this song? Because what I used to do back in the day, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure you probably did too, but what I used to do back in the day, man, and this was like funny shit. Like I would tune into like, you know, Theo and shit, 92.3.
Yeah.
And then I would like during the hot hours, like right now, like 5 through like 8, I would get my tape and then hit record when the fucking song started, and then I would pray the whole song, dude. Just please, Theo, like don't drop in. Like, if all right, man, this is fucking. I'll be like, fuck. So I had to like sometimes wait till like the midnight where they would just play the songs and no DJ or whatever. Yeah. So I just remember just making a bunch of tapes, and I wish I had those tapes right now, because there's some songs on there like they're kind of in my head. I'm like, fuck. So, but I don't remember them, you know. So, did you make tapes like that back in the day, or?
Oh yeah, yeah, I did. Mine was, in my time, it was K-Day. You know, I would listen to K-Day, but and that's when I was making a lot more tapes. And during the 92.3, the beat era, yeah, Theo. I used to like listening to the Wake Up Show, right? Because they played some dope shit. And Revolution on there, oh man, he would kill it.
Yeah, I remember because I'm younger than you. I think I'm about to turn 40. And,
yeah, I'm older.
And I remember like when Big Boy kind of came in on like Power, and it was like the whole. I think that was like a Spanish crew. It was like the Baker Boys or.
The Baker Boys,
like they were doing their thing, and then he kind of like just took over from there. But it was like I remember it was like all that like that deep house and like all that like crazy like deep house music was like banging back then. But then 92.3 would play like all the love jams and like the oldies. Yeah. They play a little oldies sometimes too here and there.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, like I just remember just like trying to record all those songs, but I wish I had those tapes. Like there's just so many bangers on there. But they really don't make music like that anymore, bro. Like, what's up with that? Like, what's your thoughts on that? What's the issue?
I think while mainstream took a turn for the worst, I think I'm not a big fan of it, you know. And like on my laptop, when I would play like, you know, these younger events, you know, well, yeah, for the more of the commercial stuff, you know, I emptied it out. I wiped it out because I don't want to do that no more. So I just don't like it. The new stuff, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I stick to what I like, and if people want to hire me, it's because they heard what I've played, and you're hiring me for what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
let's get that light back on, bro. It kind of got a little bit dark in there, just so people can see your face and stuff. I haven't turned it off, but yeah, maybe you can open that. Or
hold on a second.
Yeah, so I have JWrecks on. We're gonna have a show on Saturday, and we're gonna play some of that '90s R&B, maybe some '80s. I don't know, but mostly like '90s R&B, like that Baby Mama stuff. I can't even really describe it. It's more like that TLC, that Aaliyah, that Next, like that Total, Changing Faces. What's that one song? My Boo. Who else? I don't know, maybe some Salt and Pepper, maybe. Just with that type of music, that Genuine, that Jodeci. Like, that's the stuff that we're gonna be playing on Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to that because I needed a partner in crime, man. I collect all this stuff and I just haven't had the chance to bust it out. And like I mentioned, JWrecks has this music as well, along with OmarGod, apparently. OmarGod, I guess, is like the Tower Records, right? He's just got like everything.
He's got a lot of shit, man. His collection's dope.
What are you thinking like his collection's at? Like, have you seen like his setup? Is it like a room full, or are we talking like a garage full? Like, what are we talking about here?
It's room full.
Okay.
It's room full.
Damn. And so you played mostly, like we were talking about, like some of the new songs. So I figured, like, I think what it is, bro, is that back in the day there was a lot of money into music, right? We had like producers, you had your Dr. Dre's,
yeah.
You know, you had, you know, all these big producers that would put production into the music, but now it's like there's no money in music because you could download everything, right? So I figured like there's no more producer anymore. So there's no like and on top of that, no producer, there's no like musicians really coming in the studio and dropping like that, you know, funky R&B song, or, you know, that hip hop song with some of the instrumentation like Death Row and all that. You really don't have those type of producers anymore.
No, it's to, I don't know. There's really not much sampling anymore. There's it's mainly just drum. You know what I mean? It's all digital.
Drum and synth.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I can rock it. Like if I do like a party and it's like a young kid party, now I kind of shy away from it. Before, like, I would do it, you know, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'll play it. And some of that music, it turns up, you know, it's kind of funny. Like, I'll play a song like a new from the new era, and the kids will start doing like some crazy, you know, dance, and I'm like, oh shit, like, I didn't even know like that dance existed. So that's kind of cool, you know, that they have, you know, little dances that they do to it. But overall, yeah, like I kind of stick to the older crowd too. Like I like to play like a lot of like the funk. I play a lot like the 90s hip hop for sure, 80s hip hop. I love playing like that 80s and 90s, like that, like Depeche Mode, not really Depeche Mode, but like Berlin type stuff, you know? And I really don't get a chance to play it. Like, cause I play like Modelo Mondays, they mostly want like the funk, and then the hip hop is like, they really don't want the cussing. So we're kind of like playing the funk really.
Yeah.
So what else, man? So you're part of a crew as well. Let's talk about that, because I'm interested on that. So let's talk about your crew. So what is the name of your crew?
The Soul Driverz.
And is there a certain amount of members, or we kind of like the Funk Freaks, where like we got 4 members, but there's like 50 of us?
No, there's a few members in it. It's more in like Northern California, you know, and it's Suicide One, Memory Lane, Underrated, Cisco, um, Chavez, myself, um, DJ Madonna. Um, there's a few more that I don't really know of, you know, but yeah, it's it's not a really big crew, but it's not too small, you know. It's everybody could hold their own. So.
That's something that, like, is it okay? So I've never been in a group like that, really. Is it hard to be in a group? You know, like with your skills? Because okay, JWrecks has skills, right? I've seen the skills, but is there others like are you like, all right, guys, like let's do this, or is it like you can't get in unless you could like really kill it? Like who makes? I guess who makes that decision? Is it like a group decision to like add somebody in, or is it like a president decision?
Um, it's a little of both, you know. I mean, I've seen new members that I didn't even know about, you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it has to do with skill level, you know. But it seems like everybody that's coming in does have some skills, you know. I mean, they have the skills in their own department, you know what I mean? So,
Okay.
but yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
And I think that's like the crazy thing about funk too. Like, you know, you could collect funk and there's people that do, and they got like some cool funk tracks which are expensive, right?
Yeah.
Because it's getting up to, I don't know if it could be, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could tell me because you collect it, but is it harder to get a soul record than it is to get some of these rare funk records?
It depends on the song. some some are just hard to find, or if you can find it, I mean, it's fucking expensive as fuck, you know.
Because that's the thing. Like, I feel like with the soul, like there's people like reproducing it, and you have a repress, and everyone gets beat up for playing a repress, right? But in funk, like, is there anybody even repressing songs like that? I don't know. You would know.
I've bought some soul that it's just on a white label and there's writing on it, and they try to pull it off as it's a test press, you
Mhm.
know, but I don't think so. But I mean, I'll still buy it. I mean, I don't care. I mean,
Right.
I buy records to play, to beat up. You know what I mean? And they're gonna get beat up, so just enjoy
Yeah.
it.
So with the funk, is anybody like repressing or doing test presses like that? Or I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, I don't
I
put in it.
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen one like in person, but I mean, I hear people telling me, "Oh, yeah, that's a bootleg." So,
Mm.
but yeah, I mean, to me, I mean, I don't care, man. I mean, if it's a bootleg, if it's a repress, if it's an OG, if I'm gonna buy it, I'm buying it to play it, you know. So,
Yeah. And I was going to tell you about or talk about. Well, there's some groups that are around town, so that I've seen. So we got the Boogie Bunch, we got you
yes.
guys, we got the Funk Freaks. Is it like competition there, or is it just like all fun and games? Like, hey, we love what you're doing, and it's like a all merry. Like,
um, I mean, I don't know. There's to some people it is competition. Some people it's not. You know, I mean, I really don't care, man. You know, yeah, I'm in it just to play music. You know, to have fun with it. You know, um, with the Funk Freaks, I mean, the only ones I really know are Loser and Unique,
mm,
and they're mad cool, man. I have no issue with any of them, with anybody, and but yeah, I mean, I've actually, you know, with Unique, I've gone to his tattoo shop,
mm,
over off of Broadway, and messed around with his decks up there and his records. I mean, he even let me go through his records. You know what I mean? So he's mad cool people, man.
Yeah, that
Got a
guy
lot
is
of,
really cool.
yeah.
He threw
And
a wicked set. He threw a wicked set last night, man. I was like, damn. I mean,
yeah,
a
I'm
lot of
sure.
stuff he's playing. A lot of stuff he's playing, like I had never heard before, and like I scour the internet because I'm a digital guy, bro. Like when as far as the stuff that I collect, again, '90s hip hop, '90s R&B, anything beyond that, or some classic rock, of course. But anything beyond that, like I'm like pure digital. When it comes to funk, like I'm not. I've seen some of the prices. Like I'll see like Unique or Loser post something like, oh, check out this record, and I'll look it up on Discogs. I'm like, fuck that. Like, it's crazy, like how much. I mean, I'm sure that these guys got records, and
Yeah,
they've been doing it for many years. So like to get into the game now, it's pretty rough.
yeah.
But have you seen like guys that maybe have joined up, or even just people that you played along with, like just try to keep up with you guys? And have you seen like people just dropping crazy money to get these funk records?
Yeah. But I mean, dude, it's an expensive. I don't want to call it a hobby, but it's an expensive game, I guess. It's just not cheap, and I don't think it's about the rarest shit that to play, because a lot of people, they'll dance to a lot of common stuff too. So if you like salt and pepper it, you know what I mean, and put a rare one here, put a common one here. Yeah, you do good. But
Yeah.
there's some people that just want to play nothing but rare, and that's cool too. But yeah, I don't have rare money, so I play what I got, and I do my best with it, and they like it, cool. They don't, sorry.
Yeah, I think that's something that Unique had brought up, yesterday, jamming out on the funk. It's like, this is awesome because I get a chance to just kind of let it rip. When you're in the club, people want to hear the bangers, that's just what it is. But yeah, like listening to your set, I remember like, there were some familiar songs, but there was a lot of stuff that was like, I never heard that before. And that's for me as a DJ. I don't know whatever I am, but just hearing it, like hearing the music and just hearing something new is always refreshing, for me.
Yeah.
I'm not like the type that just like, I want to hear the same stuff. I want to hear something that I haven't heard before and be enlightened, I think that's always cool. And I think when I heard your set, for sure, like I was like, I'm enlightened. I remember telling Miklo, I was just like, man, like this guy's playing some shit. Like this is a really, really cool, like, and then of course you're like your personality too, bro. I think that goes a long way, like in our scene, with the whole, DJ scene and the soul scene and the funk scene. There's a lot of attitudes. There's a lot of personalities there. So, but with you, it's pretty cool. Like it was just like you're just chilling, man. Like I think like inside, like what you bring. You know what I mean?
I like doing it. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. I just have fun with it, man.
Yeah. So we got I want to talk a little bit more about the funk too. So I mean, I was telling in the last interview with Unique too, it's like there's been a big change, in funk. It was always, there, when I was a kid. But it was more of the basic stuff, now there's a lot more underground stuff coming out, like he had talked about. And when do you think that change happened? Like it almost seemed like maybe 5-6 years ago. I want to say, like, for me, it was like Tuxedo. Like Tuxedo kind of came out and they did their, like, their old school funky, music.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like refreshing like all that sound, and it's almost become like pop culture in a way with the funk and oldies. What do you think?
Well, I started really getting into what gets played out here not long ago, because I mean I didn't grow up out here in Orange County. I grew up in Hawaiian Gardens, and from there I moved to Corona, and either place don't play what you guys play out here. You know what I mean? It's a whole different style of music, you know. I DJ'd. I don't know if you know him, Little Boy Groove.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
While Little Boy Groove, he had invited me out to one of his final night over at Joe K's, right? And he had Lady T out there. He had Funky Stina out there. Him and myself, right? And that's when I first met Ricky Baby, Frog, and those guys, right? Joey and Lady T. And they invited me out here to El Indio. This was maybe, I want to say like 4 years ago, something like that, like about 4 years ago. And when I came out here, I was like, wow, man, they play some dope shit, you know? I mean, it's a whole different vibe, you know? I liked it. So
Yeah.
Frog invited me back out. He goes, dude, why don't you come out to second base? He goes, I have a night there, and he goes, bring some records you can play and fucking do your thing, you know? So I went and listening to some of the stuff that they were playing, I'm like, fuck, this shit is bad, man. Bad. And so I started collecting more of that style, you know what I mean? And because my collection then, it was more, I mean, I had some like Kashif and stuff like that, right? You know, but it wasn't what you guys were playing out here.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that's when I was like, you know, I like this shit. I'm gonna start looking more into it and collecting some of it. And yeah, that shit's expensive.
Yeah, man, it is. It is expensive. And how much money do you think, just off the top, do you think you spent on just kind of keeping up with the times for the funk? I mean, if you could just take a wild guess.
A lot.
Over
A lot.
5K?
Um, I wouldn't say, well, maybe close, but yeah, I mean, it's
It's
maybe close to
crazy.
that.
It's
I spent a lot of money on some of these records, man, and yeah, it adds up.
Yeah, and what's hard too is like what you're doing. I mean, like, so I'm on the digital side when it comes to the funk, right? So
Mhm.
like we have, I play with Wheezy, and she's, she plays the vinyl. And
Yeah,
so it's like for her, like if I play a song or she plays a song before I do, I'm like, all right, scroll on, no
yeah.
biggie. But for you, like, with all these guys that you're jamming with, is it like, fuck, like I want to get on before this guy gets on? Is it like that with your group? Like, because like,
Mm,
you just bought this record, you're like, fuck, I want to get on, just play this before this guy gets on it.
I mean, I usually take a lot of records just in case, you know. That way, you know, I don't want to limit myself to just a box. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna be playing like an hour set somewhere, I'll take maybe a couple of boxes and a 45 bag. You know, and I got some room to play with right there. And when I hear somebody playing something that I have that I wanted to play, I'll just move it to the back. You know, so I stay away from it. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it happens. You know, it
I think
happens.
that's how wars start right there, man. That's what I've noticed. That's how wars start. It's like, oh, like you played that song, that was my jam, that was my ladies' jam, Ah,
Yeah.
I hate you now, That's like the hard thing, just with the vinyl. That's what I'm
Yeah,
worried about. That's what I'm
definitely.
worried about Saturday right now, because I mean, I got a pretty, good stack, and I have, I have a feeling like everyone's our flavors are probably different,
Yeah.
So if he plays, I'm just really got to keep an eye on like what's getting thrown down. But I'm super excited about that. So anybody that's tuning in again, if you just tuned in late, we got JWrecks on. We're on Mixcloud and Facebook. On my Facebook, if you know me, follow there. But also Twitter. We don't have many fans on Twitter, but if you want to join the Twitter, all of the live shows, all the live streams are on there. So you could see past shows as well on the Twitter account. That's on Universal Groove, Twitter, or Universal G. I'm sorry, Universal G. and then Universal Groove, Mixcloud. We're on there right now, so you can see JWrecks in action talking to me here. So how long have you known OmarGod, bro?
Omar, I met him, it was a while ago, but we didn't really talk. You know what I mean? I just, he spun at a place that I was spinning at. A friend of mine had him come out and do a set. So he came out, did a set, and he brought a good crowd, man. This was over in Pomona, where we're DJing at O'Donovan's, right?
Yeah.
And he comes in, and when he walks in, there's like a bunch of people with him, right? And he does his set, and he stays there for a minute. When he leaves, everybody's walking out with him. I'm like, fuck, man. But yeah, dude, he pulls a good crowd, man. He pulls a good crowd. I mean, he's good. You know, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good at what he does.
Yeah, and I was thinking about him a while back, like, because he does like the Funk Fest, which is happening Sunday. In Irvine, there's going to be the big Funk Fest, and OmarGod is like the staple DJ that plays. I'm pretty sure he opens up, kind of comes in between sets, I'm sure. So, but the guy is a legend, right, in the game. But I was thinking about him, like, man, like that's got to be just crazy to play in front of that many people, and especially, I mean, you got to come with it, right? If you're gonna play the Funk Fest, like you better come with some tracks. What is JWrecks throwing down if you were to hit that stage in his place? Like, what are a few songs that you're gonna just throw out for sure? Anything?
Well, this event, I'm not gonna be playing at this event. I'll be there,
right?
I'm gonna have my records for each group to sign.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mean.
If you were in his shoes, if you had to take his place, God forbid, what records would you be busting out? What could we expect from you if you were to play for him?
Some Evelyn Champagne King, but she's gonna be there. But that's always a crowd pleaser. Feel My Love, always a crowd pleaser.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck. I've never DJ'd in a crowd that big, and I want to say they had one. It hit over 80,000 people.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm like, fuck, you know, like DJing in front of a crowd at a bar, it's not so bad. But when you hit the stage and you're looking around you, and you see 80,000 people, that can hit you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking about him. I'm like, man, and he's playing vinyl. Like I think he's got to be playing vinyl, because I don't think that guy messes so hard with like the digital. I don't know him, so I don't know.
He does the digital too, but I mean, his thing is vinyl.
Yeah, when it comes to that, yeah. But yeah, man, I was thinking, I'm like, man, like. And it's like vinyl, you know, like, and anything can happen with vinyl, a scratch, a pop, you know, the vibration from the speakers, you know, that's always something that you got to be aware of. So I don't know. I was just thinking about it, getting anxiety, just thinking about him the other day. Like, dude, this guy's, he's been in front of some major crowds, you know, and that's really cool. Do you look up to this guy at all? I mean,
you know, it's an honor to get to play with him. You know what I mean? To DJ with him. Fuck. I mean, he's dope. He's dope. Solid person, man. Good people. Everybody that I've met through him, they're good people, man. You know, they brought me in. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
Yeah. And is there any other DJs that you're just like, when you see them jam, like, I got to see this set? Is there anybody like that?
I don't know if you know him, but Cancun Joey. Have you heard of him?
No.
This guy, he's fucking dope. Cuts. I mean, he's kind of quiet, but his cuts are fucking crazy, man. This guy, he's badass, bro. And but he don't. I don't really see him play much. You know what I mean? He's a homie of Omar's too.
Okay.
And but this dude, man, if you ever get a chance to see him play, like, fucking this guy is dope, bro.
Well, you know, I mean, this 90s thing is like a one-off, you know, because it's like, you know, it's just kind of by chance that you have that music and Omar has that music. So, but I still want to have you come in and do a funk set because I mean that's just too good. Maybe we could have you and Omar and the gentleman that you're talking about, have them come in and throw a set. That'd be freaking dope.
Yeah.
I love the soul, man. The soul is awesome. It's part of part of Universal Groove for sure. Like what we're doing, but we haven't even dipped into the hip hop side as much. I don't think I've done some hip hop interviews, but we really haven't dipped into that side. I feel like we're just kind of getting started when it comes to that. So the funk has been there. We've had like the Boogie Bunch on. We just had Unique on from the Funk Freaks. So eventually down the line, man, definitely. I was gonna hit up Omar, but I don't know him, So kind of a good introduction for me to meet him and shake the guy's hand, look him in the eye. But Saturday for sure. So what is it about the 90s R&B, bro, that just kind of get your juices flowing, and getting that type of music?
I love playing R&B, man. It's just what I used to play. I mean, I've played a lot of different shit, man. I used to DJ at, I don't know if you remember it, but it was a place called Don Juan's over in Santa Fe Springs.
Oh, Don Juan. That sounds so familiar. I'm thinking of one. I'm thinking of that. I can't remember what it was like in Artesia. I thought they had like a Don Juan or Don Jose. No,
that's the Don Jose in Artesia.
Yeah.
This one's in Santa Fe Springs. Well, it used to be in Santa Fe Springs, and off of, I want to say, Valley View and Caballero, I think, something like that. But that place, I love playing there, man, because there was a hip hop and reggae lounge, right?
Oh, wow.
So one room you had hip hop, and it was DJ What from the Beat Junkies that played in that room, and then it was Chicho, myself, Little Boy Groove played there a few times. Well, he played there a few times, and it was this guy DJ LB and Cranium, right?
Yeah.
And it was all hip hop and R&B, man. That was my era, where I grew up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I fucking loved it, bro. You got Lords of the Underground during that time. It was the Chief Rocka. It was a good era, man. I love playing that shit. So
yeah, there's so much good in that era.
Yes.
You got like the Tupac stuff, you got the Biggie stuff, you got Death Row pretty much. But we used to go to that casino over. What's the fucking casino we used to go to? It was called the fucking Key Club. They had the Key Club over there towards Palm Springs.
Okay.
Morongo? Is it Morongo?
Yeah.
Morongo. So we go to Morongo and they would play like all that, like that Next, and they would be playing like all that R&B stuff, and just girls would just be going crazy. Like it was just awesome to like just that music. It just, for whatever reason, it just hits everybody's heart right there.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite groups that you're excited to kind of throw out there, just so I know I can get my records ready?
No, Tony, Next, Total, like a lot of the Bad Boy, the Bad Boy era. They got some shit, man. They got bangers in there, man.
Yeah,
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you'll see.
I was thinking of like I was going to ask you too. Well, this is what I was thinking. Like, I don't know. Can we bust out like some Tupac shit that's like soft, or are we not doing that? Are we just sticking straight to the baby mama music?
Play whatever you want.
That's what I was saying, but I'm like, I don't know if we should go there because I don't know. I guess we'll have to make a game time decision on that.
I mean, if it flows with what you're gonna do, then fuck it.
Yeah. I was thinking like that, like the Dear Mama stuff. They got like Bone Thugs and Harmony, got like that Crossroads. It's not like a hardcore rap song, but they kind of do some, singing. I know like the Biggie song. What's that one with 112? I miss you.
Oh
Song.
yeah.
Like that's a cool song. I mean, it's a little bit of hip hop too, but it's got like some singing in it. So I don't know. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I think I got enough just to like hold it down.
Yeah.
Any other events that you guys have coming up for the Soul Drivers or yourself besides this?
Well, the Funk Fest on Saturday. I'll be giving away 2 tickets on your show if that's cool with you.
Oh, of course.
And I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I'll figure something out.
Yeah,
And,
we need to make a flyer for that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's gonna be a really special show, man. And there's been some artists that I've interviewed. They're gonna be on this show. Let me look it up real quick. Funk Fest 2021. So number one off the top, man. When I seen this lineup, I was like, bro, you got Cheech and Chong.
They're hosting it, yeah.
Hosting it, which is freaking awesome, right? I mean, that's always cool. That's just awesome. You got who else? I think the Sinceres are there. I'm trying to look over this flyer right here. Hold on. I've interviewed Joey, and let me see this.
That guy's so dope, man. His shows that he puts on, really good.
Joey?
Yeah. They had him at the Freedom of Sundays. Maybe like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Man, it was a dope show.
Yeah, he was awesome, man. Like, dude, that guy, man, I mean, he just has it. Like, he has the sound down. He's such a good performer. And like, if you watch my interview that I did with him, I trip out on him because he's so good at performing and doing it, but it's just not really his passion. I'm like, bro, this is like Michael Jackson saying I don't like to dance right now. Like, like what? Like, how can this be? But that's just, I mean, I've noticed that he's been getting more back into it, and they're doing a lot of shows. And this is like, I think this is like, I want to say, I know he's done some big shows, but I want to say this is like probably one of his biggest bills right here.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, you got Zap fucking jamming out, which I mean, hits for days, right? You got
Tuxedo. Yeah.
Tuxedo's got hits for days. I mean, I seen them in concert and they sound amazing.
Yeah.
We got Daz, One Way, Slaves got some bangers, I'm sure, right? They're gonna fucking Sugar Hill Gang. I've seen the Sugar Hill Gang do their thing. They fucking kill it.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Melly Mel, Scorpio, right? And then we got Joe Baton. I don't know what he's doing at Funk Fest, but fuck it. Like, he's gonna throw down. Rolls Royce, they're gonna throw down. Evelyn Champagne King. I mean, that's always freaking exciting to she has a bunch of cuts. Mariah
is amazing, man. She still gets down like as if she was younger back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mariah, who I've interviewed, Mariah is like, man, let me tell you, man, Mariah, she's gonna like just rock it because that girl is like, she's just always performing and she's just been out there doing her thing. And like, I think this is gonna be a breakthrough for her because I mean, she kills it. She's been killing it, but I don't think she's been on a bill this big. So, and then you got Rocky Padilla, the Sinceres, Rosie Cortez, DJ Cazell, which I need to talk to that guy. What's funny? When I talked to Mariah, I think he called me and was like, "Who the fuck are you, bro?" Because I was trying to interview her. And he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" Pretty much. Not in those words, but pretty much. Yeah. And I was like, "Bro, like, I just want to interview her. I think, her music's dope, whatever she's doing." So I didn't know who the fuck he was, though. Yeah. I thought he was like a, normal DJ like myself. But, dude, the guy's like a legend. I'm like, dude, I gotta talk to this guy and hopefully get him on the show. Have him do the fucking set. And then Omar is going to be there. OmarGod. Jimmy Reyes is going to be there. I don't know what Jimmy Reyes is going to be doing. Is he going to be like hosting it?
I don't know. I don't know. I've asked if he was going to host, but the host is Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I guess he might be spinning. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never heard him spin before, though.
Huh. What are you most excited to see on Sunday? What are you looking forward to?
I like Zap. I like Zap a lot. I've seen them perform before, and it was dope. It was a dope show. And then Evelyn Champagne King, I seen her at the Funk Rehab over in LA when we had it there.
Mm.
That was a dope show. And then Joey again. Watching Joey, his performance is nice, man. They got down. And then when he was at Feed Me, it was him and Jason Joshua that did it together. that was dope, man.
Yeah, I seen like footage of it, and I'm like, man, like I wish I was there. They're like in the crowd, like hugging people like
Yeah.
throwing drinks on them. Like, it was just like, wow. It was just like a moment definitely to remember, you know. Let's talk
Yeah.
about that, dude. Like, so Curious, they've been around for a while. They're doing their thing, and I see a lot of these, you know, these big shows. Obviously, the Funk Fest they're part of, but they're also doing Feed Me Sunday. What's that like, man? What's it like to be there for people that maybe haven't gone or looking forward to maybe going in the future?
It's dope, man. It's an oldies event, soul event, funk event. It's a little mixture, but it stays in that those areas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good vibe. People just go to have fun, hear the music, dance, have a good time. You know.
And you could hear JWrecks get down there, right? You've thrown down there a few times.
Yeah, since they started this year, I've been a part of it. I've been able to play there, so it's a good experience, man. I like it.
Yeah, man. For anybody that tunes into this, like, you know, in the future or listening right now, like, I will vouch for JWrecks, man. Like, if you get a chance to see this guy throw down on some funk or whatever he's playing, man, like I know there's definitely some quality there. So if you get a chance to, you know, go to one of these Feed Me Sundays, man, check him out and go say what's up to him, man. Buy him a beer or something. I was gonna mention one other thing. So the tickets for Funk Fest. So I guess we have 2 tickets available. I'm gonna let you handle that. But maybe we got to come up with something. We'll come up with something. I'll put out like a flyer. We'll talk about it behind the scenes, and then if people tune in, we can figure out, you know, 2 lucky winners to go the next day, get you the tickets. Maybe have it like a will call type thing, or maybe a special delivery if need be. But yeah, man, that's gonna be dope, man. This Funk Fest, man, it's I mean, it's been proven, right? This is something that is not like just happened yesterday. Like, this has been going on for a few years, and everyone that there's been, it's been pretty successful from what I've heard. I mean, everyone's had a really good time. They've had some major killer lineups. So, man, again, here we go, man. Zap, Tuxedo, Daz, One Way, you know, Sinceres, Mariah, Evelyn Champagne King. I mean, it's definitely going to be a night to remember for sure. So we'll have 2 tickets available, and we'll have, you know, whoever tunes in, and we'll have like a little contest so they can win that. So definitely make sure that you tune in for that. And I have Nini saying, when you spend New Kids on the Block, bro, you spend New Kids on the
Block? Oh, man, she's always asking me that. You got New Kids on the Block? You got New Kids on the Block?
Hey, I got New Kids on the Block. Wait, do I have Kids on the Block? No, you know what? I have it digital. I'm not as cool to have it on vinyl. I want that one. Please don't go. Please don't go, girl.
Please don't go, girl. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Man, let me tell you about my new Kids on the Block story, bro. And I was like I think I was like 3rd grade. I remember this chick. She was like, you know, she's like my little, like, you know, schoolyard sweetheart, and she had like New Kids on the Block shoes. And I remember I was like, who's your favorite, like, you know, new kid on the block? And she goes, you know, it's Jordan. And I was like, Jordan, if Jordan walked in right now, would you date him instead of me? She was like, fuck yeah. I was like, fucking
yeah.
Fucking heart fucking broken. Like, you'd fucking date him? Yeah, but new kids are like doing the fucking thing, bro. They were everywhere. They had cartoons, shoes, chanclas, they had it all, bro.
Yep.
They're still doing it. So, but yeah, man. You have anything else you want to add to the interview here? You should plug your boys, bro. Like, because I definitely like the shows that they have a Mixer channel, Soul Driverz. But yeah, you should plug that.
Yeah. If you go on to Soul Driverz with a Z, Soul Driverz Radio on Mixer, give them a follow. And yeah, it'll alert you whenever they're gonna go on. You know what I mean? And you're gonna enjoy the show. They play some good music, good DJs. Yeah, you won't regret it.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we will be live Saturday. My heart's pumping, bro. There's some fucking heavy hitters right here. JWrecks coming in, OmarGod coming in, and like that in my heart, I'm like, oh my God, bro, like what the hell? Like this dude's like a fucking, he's a beast, but he's gonna come and bring that '90s, bro. So that '90s R&B. So get your girl, get some candles, get the Alizé out. Was it with a Thug Passion? You know, get your slippers on, get the robe out. I was trying to dress up. JWrecks, I don't know. JWrecks said he's not going to dress up. I think I'm going to dress up for this. I don't know if OmarGod's down. I'm pretty sure he's not, but I want to dress up for this. I kind of want to like do something pimping, you know? I don't know. It might just be me. I'm going to have like a glass of my root beer or some grape juice going with my chain on and maybe like my robe and a little bit of a chest hair coming out. Yeah, we'll be in the Keeping Trucha studio, man, and in the heart of Santa Ana. And Miklo will be there because he wants to meet OmarGod. He's a big fan, as am I, you know, on him. So, but yeah, man, Keeping Trucha studio, man. We're doing big things there. We have all the videos that we've done are on Twitter for sure. All the shows that we've done on the Universal Groove Mixcloud. And we have all the interviews that we posted on YouTube. YouTube right now is just taking a dump on me from yesterday's performance for a week. But this interview I'll post up there once we get it, so people get an idea who JWrecks is. So, all right, man, we're going to wrap this up. Be looking out for tickets on Saturday for the Funk Fest 2021. Make sure you tune in and also keep an eye on Universal Groove Instagram for information on that. And also follow JWrecks as well. Everything will be in the link in the bio on the Mixcloud and when I post it up right now. All right, guys, have a good one. Thank you, JWrecks, for doing this.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, late.